Awesome. Hello, final three, Jig, Jonathan, and Jordan. Tonight, you guys have your finale where one of you will win, triumph, love, and peace. But right now, we are going to do our rites of passage, which is a staple for survival orgs, where you guys are going to reflect back on every single person that left this game before you. And, just talk about how you feel about them, your experiences, and remember them. It's like a mourning thing, even though they didn't die. So I will share my screen. Actually, how do I want to do it before I don't know, technology. Hold on. Okay. Well, I can't do that. Oh, this is annoying. Anyway, sorry. Okay. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, is there an idol hidden in there?
Yeah, it's up my asshole, so get to reach in.
Nice.
I forgot I was recording this. Anyway, if you guys want to get started, we will start off. First up, we have 20th place, Miss Melissa. So take it away. Each of you have a chance to talk.
I loved Melissa. She was an icon. I didn't really talk about it much throughout the game, but aside from talking to you night one, Jonathan, I talked to Melissa a bunch. Day two, obviously we know what happened. But Melissa and I were very close on day one. I had every intention of working with her. And when she left, me and her had a very brief discussion. And she said, "You better make it to the end. You better win." And I'm just like, "Melissa, I'm here." So I adore Melissa. And for second chances, if she is not on it and win, and if she is not on it and if she does not win, then that is a huge, huge flaw in the system.
I just quickly want to say that when Melissa unfortunately had to leave, the prod team did tell her that she has an open invitation to play any future Triumph season that she wishes, whenever she is ready. So whenever she's good to come back, she will automatically get a spot on the prod side of things. So.
And I'm gonna be her loved one. I'm gonna be her loved one when she makes Final 7.
I am really excited to watch Melissa play again. Also, one of the people I talked with a lot on day one of the game, and yeah, I think she would have done very, very well in this game. And unfortunately, she had to leave. But I like the whole first day that I got to chat with her. One of the great experiences of this game for sure. For me, I think she was definitely in the running to get some nice votes as well for that vote. So that we had on day.
Me, her, and Destiny tied.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Melissa, but after I watched your video, she took my heart. So maybe one day I can play with you, Melissa. You seem iconic.
Okay, awesome. You guys good for Melissa? Okay. So next up, we have 19th place, King of Owning Malls. You guys will know what that means very shortly, but Thiru. So go ahead.
Thiru is one of my favorite people.
Jonathan, you go. You go first. You go first.
Yeah, I definitely fought really hard to keep Thiru over Topher the round that Thiru went. Thiru and I had lots of conversation. We bonded over baseball, even though I know nothing about baseball, but just seeing Thiru's love for baseball just had me excited to talk about it. And if Thiru had survived that tribal council, I could definitely have seen myself playing this game along with Thiru. So no, I have nothing but good things to say.
Thiru, part of me wanted to keep him as well, but it was the paranoia. And like, Jordan, you didn't see this. Jonathan did, and I'm sure, Jonathan, you heard about it from other people too. It was like I got 8 messages from him in a row. Just, "Who are you voting? Is it me? Can you tell me? Tell me, please. Is it me?" But my favorite thing about Thiru was his intro video where he's just behind a tree and he's just like I really liked Thiru on a personal level, on a game level, are interested in the line. But on a personal level, he seems like a great man who owns malls.
Theo, I don't know you either, but I liked your intro video too.
Yes, theory robbed. My first draft member gone. First vote is fine.
Shit.
No, my draft flopped this season, y'all. Y'all are gonna see it. I did not have a good draft, but it's okay. I never try to like win as a prod member. But anyway, 18th place, next boot, we have Eric.
Eric. I take responsibility for getting him voted out. I put it on 2 other people, but Eric, you're gonna see this. And Eric messaged me like while the votes were happening and was like, I don't know what happened. And there were 2 votes, Anthony. I told you guys it was Madison that voted. It was me that actually voted Anthony, the other one. But I told it, he messaged me, he's like, I think you threw your vote. And maybe you were blindsided. And I was like, oh, bless it. I feel like a horrible human. Eric, you shouldn't make final threes with 3 people. That is not good gameplay on day 1. But generally, I like you as a human. And I wish we could have played together. I was willing to work with you until I found out you did that, brother. But I'm excited to talk to you after the game to like explain things because you're one of the people that I want to speak to after this game. That's me on Eric.
I have a lot to say about Eric. Eric's one of my good friends. But I do have to say, if Eric had survived this tribal council and you had given him an inch in this game, he would have taken a mile. He would be in the final like 5 because he is that good. He's amazing at these games. If his final threes with everyone gained any traction, he was killing it this game. He's a great person. I have nothing but good things to say about Eric. I love that guy.
Yeah, I got a lot to say about Eric as well. I've never met him, but judging by his picture, I'm gonna say he's a Sagittarius, about 5'9", 5'10", maybe. Looks like he's got big, strong arms, so gives good hugs, maybe a good shoulder massage. The necklace, I think it is probably worth about $14.99, so he's a baller. Anyway, all the moral of the story I'm saying is I don't know who this man is, but he seems nice. Cheers.
Okay. Next up, 17th place is Miss Julia.
I tried my ass off to save her, but I knew I was working an event that day from like 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. And so I knew she was actually, the last message she had from people, this was Saturday, was like Thursday morning. So I knew that she hadn't talked to anybody in 48 hours. And I was like, well, she's probably going. And that wasn't worth sticking my neck out. We have been talking strictly Costa Rica. She's in Costa Rica right now. I lived there about a year. So I've been telling her where to go, where to shop, what to do. Yes, love Julia. I want to play a future game with her. Love Julia. Y'all would have adored her. I'm telling you right now. Like, you would have eaten her up. She was sweetest person. Maybe I fell for her trap too. I don't know, but sweetheart.
I had every intention of working with Julia if we were to swap or merge together, because I thought the love vote would paint a target on both of us, and so I was like, great, okay, I have a girl, I've seen her play in 2 games, I saw her play in Perception and Cutthroat, and then she's in this, so I'm like, oh, awesome, I know how she plays, so I can work with her. And then right before the swap, I just see she's not there. And if you go back to see the video of the swap, my jaw dropped when she wasn't there. I'm gonna find it later today and just post a screenshot of just my jaw hitting the floor because I expected her to go very deep in this game.
I truly believe she would have. I think if she had a lot of personal stuff going on for that 48 hours, and if she would have just messaged like 2 or 3 people and be like, hey, I have this going on, but I think she was like, semi checked out because she was about to leave for Costa Rica too, like a week. So, but anyway.
Yeah, I was really excited to meet Julia as well. I forget. I think she had played a game called Perception. Maybe it was Paranoia. I forget which one, but
It was Perception.
Perception, and I know she was very well liked in that community. So I was really excited to meet her. Yeah, with her vote out, I was really shocked as well. I was just like, wow, that tribe really just voted her the nicest person and then voted her out right away. That tribe does not want nice people in the game, I guess. I don't know, but that was the moment where I was like, the other tribe is here to play. But no, yeah, Julia seems like an amazing person, 100%.
Awesome. Just a quick note. I want to say I did just now stalk Eric's Facebook to confirm if he was a Sagittarius or not. His birthday is, from what I believe, November 24th, give or take a day. So he's just about a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. So he is in fact a Sag. And I don't know how you got that, Jake. So
fuck you guys. This is just how I want 2 truths and a lie. I just bullshit things and then they come to reality.
Yeah.
Triumph, love, and peace, baby.
I don't know how you got that, but I had to double check because I was like, you know what? I do get Sag vibes from him just being a host. But anyway.
I don't know anything about signs. I just picked a random one.
All right. Next up, 16th place is Gary, the second member of my draft that I lost.
Okay. Gary is one of my. I'll just do it. Gary, usted estuvo una de mis personas favoritas. Lo que he jugado con los orcs. Espero que usted vea ese video y espero que podamos jugar otro orc en el futuro, porque usted era una de mis personas favoritas en este orc. Gracias por todo, Eric, porque Gary, Gary, tuvimos un buen tiempo juntos. Gary was my dude. Gary was my guy. We bonded, bless Prod's heart, because our whole entire chat was in Spanish. so they would be like, what?
This is why I'm on Prod, because I can understand, and I made sure that I read all your shit.
Good. I was heartbroken by that. I think maybe some of y'all play with him. I don't really know information about that, but generally speaking, like, one of the nicest people. We strategized all the time together and talked personal all the time. So him leaving was a huge blow to me personally and game wise. But love Gary.
I might know Gary. I think I might have been on Prod for a game he was on, but I don't know if that's the right Gary. So I'm not sure. But he seems great.
Yeah, I really like Gary as well. I've never met him either, but he seems like a great guy. I would have been really excited to meet him in this game if I had the chance, and I'm really sad that I didn't get to.
Oh, this next one though. This next one, you motherfuckers. This next one is your guys' fault. I'm just saying it. Fuck you both.
Alrighty, 15th place. Christian.
Fuck you both.
My baby. Go ahead,
Fuck you, Jordan. Fuck you. Should have been you. No, I'm kidding.
It's on a cactus, Jake.
Listen. Okay? Listen. I was all for voting out Ian this round, and then Christian is a friend of mine, like, outside of the game, as you guys know. We had lunch in DC, and
I know. I'm sorry.
What do you go first?
Okay, Jonathan, I'll let you go first because I had a good relationship with Christian, and then I'll let Jake finish it off.
Christian's one of the people I really want to play one of these games with. This is my second time playing with him, and both times, unfortunately, we've been on the opposite side of things. But I've seen Christian play a bunch of games outside of this, and I've always been rooting him on. And I was like, whenever people send him a pre-merge, I'm like, why would anyone ever do that? And here I am doing the same thing, and I feel awful about it. But I I genuinely think Christian is amazing and a great guy. Um, Fun fact about the season, I think this is the second time that I voted Christian out, and we had a conversation about musical instruments the same day and nothing else. So I was just like, it was a big history repeating itself moment for me. I was like, why is this happening again? Um, I hope we get to one day play a game together and make up for it, because I genuinely want to play this game with you, Christian, one day, and it'll happen.
Um, that was there were 3 hard votes this season for me, and that was in the top. That was really hard. I had a conversation with him every day, and then that kind of tailed off when we swapped, because me and Jake had not reconciled things yet, and it's frustrating to think, like, if me and Jake could have reconciled things, obviously in both parts, not, we could have literally been a force with Christian in this game. So it's frustrating that I think back to Survivor San Juan del Sur when Jacqueline and John are not talking to each other and they're mad and they want to make a move with Reed, but they're not talking to console each other. So Reed gets voted out. It was that round. Me and Jake were Jacqueline and John, and Christian was Reed.
I have always compared myself to John from San Juan del Sur.
I'll be Jacqueline all day, bet. But
sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. But my point is, I really want to talk to Christian too. I did kind of spearhead that, and so I feel kind of guilty in a way. But like I based on 2 conversations I had in my head, I thought it was me or going to be one of us. So like, to me, and then the day of tribal, he's like, "Hey, I have a plan. We put it together." I'm like, "Bro, where were you last week when you told me I'm probably gonna get booted? Like, what? This is not the same energy." So yeah, love Christian. I do apologize. I hope he'll be my friend still after this game and understand where I was coming from as a do or die situation. I said there's one scenario I cannot be in it, and it's in a minority and with Jake. Guess what happened? Love you, Jake. Go on.
So here is something. I compare Christian and Destiny to you and I, Jordan. The 2 of them did not get along, and they butted heads, and they were gunning for each other. The difference is you and I were able to talk, and they weren't. So Christian, hardcore gunning for Destiny, and without directly saying anything, I pivoted him away from it, because if he were to try to push for Destiny, I thought it would blow him up. So 6 a.m. the morning of Tribal, I'm up because I'm going to work, and we're both teachers, so he's calling me, and he's like, "Okay, here's the plan. We're going to vote Jonathan, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do that. Are you in?" And I said, "Let me think about it." And apparently, me saying, "Let me think about it," turned me into, like, this pariah, where everyone's like, "Oh, Jake is 100% flipping. Oh my god, we gotta castrate him and like chop his balls off or whatever, and then blindside him next, and then just blah 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 blah."
Which is dumb, Jake, because like you were gonna get left out of the vote. You didn't flip. Like,
I didn't, was the thing, and I was very. And I hope you both know, and Jonathan, I've told you many times, I think I've told you too, Jordan, I was voting Ian up until 30 minutes before Tribal, along with Rachel. We were both going to be in the minority. But Destiny and Justin spoke to me beforehand, and they're like, "Hey, dude, this is what's going on." And they like tried to do that thing where they made it seem like I was thinking of the idea. Didn't work. And then I was like, "Oh, okay, so this is already happening." And then I saw all y'all did it, and I'm like, "Okay, fair enough." Good move on you guys. Christian is still upset with me, so, yeah.
Jake, I have to ask, how many times did you say, "Let me think about it," this game, and have it blow up in your face? Because I feel like it happened not just this round, but lots of rounds.
Yeah, it happened a few times, but you know what? I'm here. I'm proud. I played a game. I have my outfit picked out for tonight. It's pretty dope. So, we all should talk about what we're gonna wear, but that's for afterwards.
we could maybe could coordinate, but then I didn't know because I own a lot of red and blue.
I'm wearing something red and blue as well.
Okay, this is we're like red and gray because Alabama, so I have to own a ton of red gear. But anyway, sorry, Megan.
That's fine. One time in one of my games, the entire jury decided to all dress up as clowns for finale night. So we all had, because we were clowns in the game. So we all had crazy makeup on and we all had like clown gear. It was hilarious. So we'll see if the jury does anything like that tonight for y'all.
For heroes versus villains, the villains were red and the heroes were blue at finale.
Heroes versus villains of what?
CYS.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, are we good on Christian? Is there anything else?
Yes,
love you, Christian.
Love you, Christian. I'm sorry.
Love you, Christian. You are the slur to my hag. 14th place, we have Trevor.
I'll start this one too. If Trevor and I had two people, and Gary and Trevor were the people that I like told everything to. They're my guys. So when they got booted like almost back to back simultaneously, I lost my mind. And then it was like three people from my OG tribe, and I was like, "What the hell? What am I gonna do?" But Trevor is a great guy, great heart, easy to talk to. I can see how he probably sometimes with his opinions, he's very like sharp and direct. Maybe that's why I related with him because we both could just like speak it and be like, boom, damn, boom, done. Let's go, baby. Love Trevor. He's somebody I would definitely visit outside this game. Trevor's a great guy, good player too, you know.
Yeah. I was told, Trevor, that you would be one of my favorite people, so I expect that to be true. So you're one of my favorite people. I haven't met you yet. I've spent most of the game trying to figure out where I know you from, because I just have that feeling with you that I've seen you somewhere. I don't know if I've watched you play a game. I don't know if I've just seen you in the community. But yeah, you seem like you'd be a lot of fun to play this game with, and I'm really sad I didn't get to meet you in this one. Maybe one day, you never know.
Definitely an Aries, about 6'1", you know, could go into engineering, it looks like. Looks like he gives forehead kisses.
He's I think he's shorter than 6'1", but he does work for the government and does something with the military.
Oh, that's
good job.
I hope y'all know I watched none of the intro videos.
Hold
I
on,
kept saying I was going to.
I'm gonna go check too to see if he is an Aries. Anyway, y'all good on Trevor?
Yeah.
Alrighty. 13th place, last pre-merge boot is Anthony. Take it away.
I can do this unless y'all want to.
Let me go first. Oh, okay.
You go first.
Listen, I didn't meet Anthony in this game, but I really wanted to. I dug his vibe so much. I thought he just seemed so much fun, like so just energetic and entertaining. Anthony and I, we messaged a little bit after the game. It wasn't about the game. It was just, hey man, sorry you got voted out. I really wanted to meet you. And he just seemed like such a great person on like a real level. So I would have just loved to play this game with him.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I didn't get to meet you, but everything about you, I can already tell I'm a big fan, and I would have been so excited to play this game with you as well. And I'm sad that it came one round short of happening, because I think it would have been great to connect at the merge, and you never know what happens at that point, right?
Anthony was a character for sure. He taught me per. Madison taught me more in depth, but he taught me per. I like Anthony in a future game. I would play with him. This game, he was a little bit unhinged and would go on these random things. And I'm like, dude, you gotta slow down. I'm not gonna lie. The Julia vote, I wanted him out over sorry, I wanted him out over Julia, but I couldn't do anything to stop it. The train was already going and I was gone all day. So I was like, I couldn't do anything about this. But anyway, yeah, no, I did like Anthony, and our calls were really funny. Like y'all would have liked him. So yes.
Good to move on.
Is he an Aries?
Oh, Trevor, no, he's a Gemini, so.
Oh, okay, same.
And I'm so sorry for all these people who I'm stalking on Facebook right now to find out your birthdays. Sorry, don't hate me. Okay, first merge boot, we've got Noah. Go ahead.
Jordan, your best friend.
I think me and him and Quinn could have actually had something. That was not my idea, but the three of us were supposed to have a chat. Never happened. I don't know. I think a little uncomfortable moment happened between me and him, so I'm definitely not getting his vote tonight. That because I should not have said one person. I told everyone. And so yeah, I think he's a good guy deep down though. He's in nursing, like most people have that type of heart, or is a good person. I am grateful that he got voted out when he did. I think he would have been a hurricane in this game, and I think he would have been an incredible player. So I wish I could say it was strategy. I threw a vote. It wasn't strategy. I wish it was. I mean, it was strategy to make him paranoid, but I didn't expect him to go home at all. But literally, when they said 2 votes, Rachel, it doesn't count. I was like, mother of God, I just sent this kid out the door. And I was just there like, no. And I was trying to hold my emotion. I got off tribal so damn fast. I started crying, laughing. Megan said, how do you feel? You just sent somebody out the door with 1 vote. I was like, obviously it was the right decision. So, anyway.
I want to jump in really quick first, Jordan. I'm sorry. I forgot that happened in its entirety.
Okay.
The best friend joke was because, yeah.
Oh, I thought that's what you were making it for. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. We're good. It's a game. Things happen. We're good.
That was not meant to be like a personal dig or anything. Noah. I liked Noah a lot. I think I liked Noah. I think his paranoia would have gotten the best of him. And it was scary to, I know a lot of people, but he was doing a good job. He integrated with a trio, and he was not the biggest target of said trio. And he overall is just a nice kid. He works in healthcare. Jordan, does he want to be orthopedic or pediatric?
He wants to be with children.
Yeah, pediatric. I'm saying that because 2 truths and a lie.
No, yeah. I knew more than that, but I didn't. Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think he's a nice guy. We had a lot of like fun conversations at the beginning. He's very opinionated and smart. He really wanted Theru gone at the beginning. And he really, honestly, I think Noah in a way caused this final 3 to happen. Because who's the 3 people he called out on his way out the door? The 3 of us.
Yep.
The punching bags. So
the trash bags.
Noah made his mark, whether he meant to or not.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Noah. Right from the beginning of the game, you said something to me that defined our connection in the game, and that was us Canadians. We have each other's backs, and everyone who's ever said that to me in the game has either betrayed me or I got them first. And so I went right to my pro chat. I was like, Noah just said this to me. Like, this is bad. This is awful. Us Canadians have each other's backs. Canadians, we are ruthless, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, we talked a lot the first day. We didn't. I don't know what happened, but at some point we just lost that connection. But I could see from the way everyone else talked about you, Noah, that you had a really good spot in this game. Like, people really liked you. You had a good foundation. People you were working with were going to get voted out before you, and you were going to make a deep run in the game. So you going when you did was definitely a shock to me. I didn't think it was something that anyone would be able to do at that point of the game. And yeah, I think you played really well. First thing you yelled out, I don't know if I have the exact wording down, but the first thing you yelled out at File Tribal was, Jonathan, do something. And I hope you see that I did something, because I have worked really hard this game. I hope I made you proud, Noah. I did something. I did the thing.
Alrighty, we will go to the next person, 11th placer, Rachel. Take it away.
Let me go last for this one.
I can go. I genuinely really appreciate this game so much for giving me just a couple of rounds of being able to connect with Rachel. In my past game, it was not something that happened, and in this game, it was almost not something that happened to you. And it happened by almost very fluke circumstances. Like the Christian vote happened, and Rachel was left out of this vote completely. And from that, we had like a strong conversation about like we need to actually like give each other a chance in this game. And I'm really happy that we had the chance, even if it was only a couple of rounds. Those rounds meant a lot to me and made your vote out, Rachel, one of the hardest vote outs of this game for me. I think you played an amazing game. I think at multiple points of this game, well over half the cast would have been like, Rachel is one of the people I'm closest to in this game. You killed it. You absolutely killed it this game, as you always do. Rachel is well known for doing amazing in these things.
Are you good, Jonathan? Sorry, I thought so, but I just want to make sure. After the Christian vote, I think Megan was doing a live confessional with me, and she said, "Who's your closest ally?" I said Rachel. At that moment, because we had 2-3 hour conversations. I think one was 4 hours. Every conversation Rachel and I had was more than 3 hours. I was genuine with her. I wanted to work with her. I think said person saw that and knew that I was making good social bonds, and so they like capped it off, decapitated it at the head, and it worked. In a game sense, in a person sense, I love Rachel. I got along with her. We talked. We have a similar background. I really, really, really hope that she's one of the people after this game that we can just talk and reconnect and like rekindle everything, because I really think that she has a good heart, and I really did enjoy her in a game sense. And what, like Jonathan said, if she wouldn't have gotten taken out at 11th in that round, she would have made it at least to top 6. Maybe she would have got sniped at 7, but that girl was making it far if she was that round. So love Rachel. Love Rachel.
All right. Rachel and I have a very tumultuous relationship. Coming into the game, I was very excited to see her because we knew each other. I thought we were gonna work really well together. Night 1, we were on call for a really long time. Jonathan, she warned me about you. Jordan, I warned her about you. And I really thought this game was gonna be me and Rachel. And then the tribe swap happened, and she made some moves that I found out about, that made me pivot away. And on a personal level, I still care about her, but on a game sense, it ruined our relationship. And I knew from then on, she didn't trust me, I didn't trust her. So yeah, she has gone on to not say the nicest things about me to some friends of mine outside the game. So I wish her the best. Yeah. Also, I was very hopeful that I was very disappointed that she had that idol the round that Noah went home, because if she didn't, she would have gone. I think it's so interesting though that we all had very different relationships with her throughout the course of the game.
Like a roller coaster.
I was close with her at the beginning of her game. Jordan, you were close with her at the middle of her game, and Jonathan, you were close to her at the end of her game. And I think that's a testament to how good of a player she is. She was able to pivot and shuffle through the eventual final 3 and pick and choose. And I think there's some catharsis in that.
Awesome. Any last comments for Rachel? Good. Okay.
Sorry, I tried to get you out with Destiny's Idol.
Alrighty, next up is, oh, fuck. Hello? 10th place, John.
You want to take it, Jonathan? You want to take this one, big guy?
I I have nothing but good things to say about John's game. We didn't connect overly well on a social level this game. I had the chance to work with John at one point, alongside Madison and Topher. We all four of us had played a game called CTC, and Madison was throwing around like, "Hey, let's make the CTC alliance." And yeah, I was really tempted because I'll get to the other two later. But one, John is an amazing guy. He's a lot of fun to watch play these games. I'm watching a game that he's playing right now, and his thoughts to the viewers lounge are always like so profound and so heartspoken. Like John is amazing. And he's always so invested in these things, and he's somebody that you just want to play with because of how much he loves these games. Yeah. John, you killed it. I'm sorry we didn't end up on the same side of things. Yeah, that's about all I have to say at the moment.
I didn't play with John but for 3 rounds, I guess. I really liked him on our calls. Like, our personal calls were good. On a game level, we got on a call and we both knew we didn't trust each other immediately. It was like your gut tells you right away. And I'm like, he doesn't trust me. I'm not going to give him trust. Anything I said to him or Topher, it might have not even been true, was twisted and then catapulted out among the masses. And so I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore with him. But on a competitor level, the round he went out, I was happy because I thought he would be a comp threat in the future. And so, yes. But anyway, and I think the round he went out, yeah, the Noah thing was huge, but the John vote was when things really shifted. And that's when I knew when John went out, I knew that the 3 of us could make it. After John, I was like, we can do it. So, yeah. But, yeah, John's a good guy.
John, my wet boy, my Julia's angel, blame these 2 motherfuckers for you leaving. I loved you. I was never sitting in the end with you, but I didn't want you to go. Destiny pinned you, me, and Madison as a trio. She was absolutely right. I didn't tell anyone about that, so good on her for calling it out. John and I were very close, especially throughout the beginning portion of this game, and then we merged, and I was so excited to see him. I was involved with the decision to give him Destiny's Idol, so I very much liked John. And I, similar to Christian, this was one of the 2 votes. Y'all just left me out to the last second. I found not even 30 minutes before. I found out 10 minutes before. And I was on a call with Justin, and he's like, "Oh man, I don't know, man. Man." And I'm just like, "What?" And he's like, "Man, like, what if I know that someone from the trio needs to go, but like, man, what if it's John?" And I'm like, "Did y'all really just lie to me for 7 hours straight?" And he's like, "Man," and I'm like, "Shit."
I'm sorry.
But you know, I adore John. He's one of the. I'm so scared to talk to him tonight, cause I know it's good to take ownership and credit of that, but I feel like it's right for John to know that one just wasn't my choice. And he is someone I really hope to see after this game. I need to mute for a second, but I'll be here.
You're okay. We'll keep going. We'll have the other 2 do 9th place or first. But 9th place we have Destiny, so take it away.
I think Destiny's amazing. Destiny is one of my favorite people on the planet. Um, I had played a game called Duplicity with Destiny, and she had made it to the final 9, which was my vote out in that game. And every single person in that final 9 said that Destiny was the person that they were close to. Destiny was the person they trusted the most. And Destiny just went right to the end and won the game. And I was really afraid of Destiny playing that sort of a game again. I don't know if she would have had everyone's vote at the end of this game, but she, like, even if she plays 80% as good as she played that time, she wins 80% of the votes, and that's terrifying to me. um One of the best game players I've seen. um yeah, I was really excited to play this game with her. I knew from the beginning that I wanted to align with Destiny, but I also knew that I didn't want to get to the end just being carried in the game by Destiny and lose to Destiny. So I don't know if I would have made it to the end with her. She told me I was playing for 6th place if I voted her out, and I'm really hoping that you see that I knew what I was doing, Destiny. I proved you wrong, and yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about you, and I'm sorry that um, you had to go earlier in this game than I would have liked to happen.
Jake, you can take it away. I want to finish this one.
Yeah, I know. Destiny was my girl at the first half of the game, just like she was everyone's girl. But similarly, Jonathan, I also played a game with her that she won. Um, Difference was I targeted her right at the beginning. I was in that game with her and Christian. So very similarly, if I didn't talk to her at the beginning, she would have just gotten me out round 1. So immediately I go to Destiny, and I do think part of her was protecting me. And I know that sounds stupid and maybe a little foolish, but I think not only was she protecting me, Jonathan, I think she was protecting you, and Jordan, I think in a way she was protecting you too, because I think she wanted us 4 in the final 4.
I agree.
And that girl is so smart, so driven, and so dedicated to these games. She's a lot, and she could be mean at times, obviously. Um, but the things that that woman does in her personal life are astounding. She's in the process of adopting a child, and it's it's fascinating, just the juxtaposition of Destiny the game player and Destiny the amazing woman I got to know during this game. Um, I have an inclination she's not going to be super thrilled with me tonight, but uh, that's okay. I'm very much excited to talk to her afterwards. Um, that was a probably the first big round where I felt like I had a lot of power in the game, because I could have voted. Uh, I could have put my vote on Justin instead of Destiny. Justin would have went home. I could have put my vote on Topher instead of Destiny. Justin still would have gone home. And that was a really big round for not just the game, but me personally, because I feel like I proved that I wasn't her lapdog, like maybe some people thought. And it was a round in my org career that I don't think I will forget anytime soon.
So I've been trying to filter through because I want to be respectful as possible. But it's weird because I still have this like love for her as a human, because we would get on calls for hours every night before I went to bed. We would talk, she and I. She was my last call. We would both get out of bed to talk to each other. Her husband called me her org boyfriend. We literally talked every night for hours. She was my person. I don't know why she flew off the handle the Rachel round and decided to turn people against me, her and Topher. They did a good job, but that opened up my game and allowed me to be way more versatile. Because I'm a loyal person in these things, believe it or not. And I love Destiny. I do. And I hope that in the future is one of those things where we can reconnect and talk. We're supposed to go to an Alabama game this fall together because she's an Alabama fan. And so I don't know if that's happening. She said she goes at least once a year. And I'm like 40 minutes from the stadium. So I told her, you can come, you and your husband come stay with me and we'll go down together. I mean, we had, all that being said, on a player, she's one of the best players I've ever played with, but she takes personal stuff and she uses it. And it's like, it's so evil, but it's so good. Like, it's wrong, but it's like, she's a good player. She's a good player. She's one of the best people I've ever played with. I knew I would not sit at the end with her. I told her I would, but I definitely agree with Jake's perception. I 100% think she wanted to go to the Final Four with us. I do not think she wanted to be with anybody else, but I definitely would have cut her in the end because I feel like she would have done that to me. So love Destiny. I hope we can have some type of conversation after. Probably not. She probably won't. I'm a forgiving person, and so I hope that she's forgiving and we can both kind of reconcile. I mean, look at Jake and I. This is great, love and peace. But anyway,
yeah, I can't fucking stand you. No, I'm sorry.
In all seriousness, love Destiny. I do on a human level, on a game level. She betrayed me harder than I've ever been betrayed ever in a game. Ever.
Can I just say something as well? The part of the game that both drove me the craziest, but it's also the part I think I'm going to laugh at the most after the season, is like the middle game. If I ever said anything to either you, Jordan, or Destiny, and I only said it to you two, it would just get shot out like a cannon to everybody. And I had no idea who was passing along this information. I was like, is it Jordan? Is it Destiny? And it got to the point where it was just ridiculous. Every little thing I said came back to me. And I was just like, I only said that to Jordan and Destiny. What's going on here?
I don't think I quoted you often. I don't think I did, but go ahead.
It was just like a wheel of like, or a cannon. Like, it was just like information goes in, boom, everywhere. And yeah, like, I'm going to get down to the bottom of it. I'm going to be like, Jordan, was it you after the season, or Destiny? Was it you? Like, what was happening? And whoever it was, I was just like if it was Destiny, you just had information flying everywhere. And it was so, I was so bamboozled at that point of the season. I was like, what is happening right now?
Go ahead, John. Sorry.
I was gonna say I did take advantage of that. If there was ever information I wanted to go out in the game, I was like, I know the two people to tell it to.
But, near the end of the game, I think all of us were just telling everything. Like Final Five, we just were scrambling. I think that was chaotic. But that's any org I've ever made it far in. At the end, like 4 or 5, everyone's just telling each other everything so they can see if they can make it to the end.
Final 5 is one thing, but final like 12 and 11 information flying around everywhere. I was like,
I was not doing it then. I promise.
I've just been vibing, y'all. I've just been vibing. Final 6, that was chill for me. Final 5, oh my god, my necklace was shiny. Like, I was just straight bulling. But seriously, watching Destiny play this game and getting, I don't want to say honor, but like distinction of being a quote close ally, because I think she had connections with everyone, but I do feel that like maybe the three of us were a little closer than to her than other people. It was like a masterclass, and it informed how I took action through the later parts of the game, and I think it's going to inform how I take action whenever I play these games from now on. So that's how good she is. And Jonathan, I also want to say to you, I'm pretty sure it was Destiny, who's the one who told people, because Jordan, I will give it to him, he always will say, I am not quoting people. That is one thing Jordan said over and over again. And so I do not think Jordan was the one who threw you under the bus there.
And then when you asked me if I copied and pasted Quinn's the convo you sent me, and I sent it to Quinn, I said yes. I was like, yeah,
you own it. Yeah, Jordan will own it. So it doesn't really matter at this point because it's just the three of us and we can't vote each other out. So
yeah, no, Jordan, you just had the misfortune of everything I told Destiny I was telling you. So I was just like, what's happening here?
Well, hopefully it stopped after Final 9.
It did.
Alrighty, lovely long talk about Destiny. Next up, we have the second victim of Live Night, 8th place, Topher.
I'll let y'all finish this one because y'all knew him better than me. Topher and I think we're similar in gameplay, and that we both wanted control, and we both were semi-persuasive in the way we talk, and we both knew it. We clocked each other immediately. I was trying to build more of a personal relationship with him on the call, but the whole time on the call, the dude was typing what I was saying, and so and I knew it, and because I was getting messages from other people saying Topher's saying you're saying this while I was on call with him. Didn't tell him, but I was like, good to know. That being said, I think in a future game we'd be good, unless he just freaking keeps lying all the time. He's a good liar too. But yeah, no, I like Topher on a personal level. I think he's a good dude. I wish we could have gotten closer, but I'm gonna go grab a bottle of water. But yeah, that's it. I hope Topher respects the move because he told me I was not making the end. He told me I was getting 7th and then 6th. So here we are.
Topher, sorry, Jonathan, would you like to go first, or do you want me to?
You can go. You can go, yeah.
Topher, I am so impressed with how you made it this deep in the game, because Topher, by all means, should have been voted out round 1. He got so lucky with Thiru's bit of paranoia, shout out King of Malls, and Topher, he was just so likable, but he was willing to make moves. The fact that he voted out Rachel in the round she left showed how dangerous Topher could be. Jonathan, you and Jordan, who is not here at the moment, know that I had been pushing for him for a little bit, and then when he finally goes, there was part of me that felt guilt, because I did lie to him to his face when he created this chat with me, him, and Madison. He's like, this is it. This is the final 3 right here. And I lied to him to his face, and I have so much guilt about that, and I know I'm going to have to face it tonight. But I do think Topher is such a good man, Charlie Brown, and he has a good heart, and I've very rarely met someone as passionate as Topher. And I'm hoping me and him could stay friends going on.
Mhm. I got to watch Topher play his first couple of long games. He's good friends with a bunch of my other friends I've played games with, and coming into this game, I was like, I want to play with Topher. I'm so excited he's here. And then I connected really well with Thiru round 1, and then the vote became between Thiru and Topher, and I was like, I am between a rock and a hard place right now. I don't want to vote either of these two out. And I am glad that Topher got to stay and play a longer game. I feel really awful about not really giving Topher a shot to work with me. But like, I think Topher's amazing. Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about Topher.
Okay, 7th place is Ian.
That picture looks nothing like him. I'm just gonna flat out say it. That just does not look like Ian.
I got on call with him and I was like, this is not the same person the first time. I was like, this
That
not
is not a flattering picture. Ian is so hot. Like, sorry. Continue. Or I can just go first.
You go first. Yeah.
Ian, I did not know for a super long period of time, and which is so stupid on my part because this guy's hilarious. He is effortlessly funny. He was so cool, calm, and collected. He did well in almost every challenge. And he was likable to the point where he could have won the game. I know Rachel gave him like a $20 bill on the way out. That might have been the legacy advantage, might not have been. I think it was, but he just missed the timing for it. He was smart, he was charismatic, and he was part of the squad who tried to pull me in and get Destiny out. So the guy's smart, and I really like Ian. I hope I could be friends with him outside of the game.
Mhm.
On a personal level, Ian and I got along really well. On a game level, I created a group called the Sassy Six in our original tribe that was the majority, and Ian was in the group. And because we got along, me and him and Trevor were really tight in the beginning. Then I found out he was playing 2 other orcs and possibly a 4th, and I was like, this boy, this is why he's never around. He wasn't around very much in the beginning. He was talked about our second vote. It was between him, but he didn't know that. And then I saved his ass because I was like, he's in this group. We can't vote out one of our original 6 people because he just wasn't around very much. But on a game level, I think he knew he was like he and I would always find out things that he said through other people, and then he would tell me last minute. So I knew that he didn't trust me. So that's how I maneuvered through the game. Lastly, I feel kind of bad, and I know Jonathan was mad at me for this, but I knew he had to go because I knew in a Final Four competition he wins, and he was such a comp beast. And so right after live night, I called Madison and I was like, Ian's going. I don't care if you win or lose immunity next. Ian has to go. She wanted immunity, so it didn't matter. But I'm thankful she did, so then we didn't have to blindside Quinn and Justin on the vote. But anyway, yeah, I like Ian. I hope he respects. That's the only thing, because I feel bad, but I like Ian. He's a good dude.
I'm a huge Ian fan. I had actually my last game I played a game called Entropy. I had played with Ian.
Did you play with everybody, John? Damn.
Jonathan, did you know half the cast? I thought
Yeah,
I knew a lot
Jonathan,
of people.
Are you gonna
I
win this game?
knew. I think I knew less than half. But
No,
um,
I think I knew like 9 out of 19, so that's less than half. Fuck you, Jonathan.
Not including myself.
um, but
I knew one
no,
person, and guess what? It wasn't good. But here we are. Go ahead.
I actually no. We'll talk about that later. I knew people, but I didn't know most of them directly. Ian is one of the people I knew directly. I was in an alliance with Ian in my last game, but I never felt like we genuinely like connected well in that alliance. Like our connection was through Sam, who's on prod. So this game, I was like, this is the game we're going to genuinely connect in. And then halfway through the game, we do touchy subjects, and Ian and I put each other down as who do we forget exists in this game, and it's because like Ian and I never hopped on a call or anything together. Like we would just check in right before votes, and there was just like some sort of unspoken trust, but I never felt like I connected with him, and it gave me the perception that maybe we can take Ian to the end because maybe he's just been too busy with other games to connect with other people. But like after talking with people, I think I was very wrong on that front. I think Ian was a force in this game. I think Ian gets to the end and has very strong connections with so many people in this cast that he's going to win in the final 3. But
even if he doesn't win, the jury was bitter enough to where they would not have voted for the one of 3 of us and voted for him just because of that. Anyway, that's what I think.
I genuinely wish that we had hopped on a video call, because I think like the moment that Ian and I talk on video, I think we were going to become like an unstoppable force in this game. I would have really liked Ian. Ian would have got to see a different side of me that he has never seen in this game. But somehow Ian got me to want to bring him to Final Four in this without even calling me once. I think that says a whole lot about how good he is at these. So no, he's really funny. He's a great guy. I'm also wondering if he had a legacy advantage. He told me he did. So
I really think he did, because he had been going on about it, and he was like, it expires at the final 9. But he said he forgot to play it because he wasn't there. And then I don't know how true it is. I want to believe him because I didn't like the lie he told on his way out the door. That's a story for another day.
Ian's lie on the
Yeah, about how he didn't play the legacy advantage, or he tried to play it in public chat because he was scattered because his
Oh,
girlfriend got into an accident, which I
yeah,
hope she's okay. I
yeah,
believe that
yeah.
wholeheartedly happened. I just think I was not a fan of that. Hey, are the jurors gonna see this before final tribal council?
No.
Cool. I like Ian. I didn't like that move, but Ian is also a prime reminder to me that I think the three of us in the final three got close to a respective member of the Ian Justin Quinn trio.
Hmm.
Um, like Jonathan, I know you were close to both Ian and Justin, but for this example, I'm just gonna say you were very close with Ian because you wanted to keep him to 4. Jordan was very close to Quinn. He wanted to keep her to 4. I was very close to Justin. I wanted to keep him to 4. So
I
I
think
think
Justin. I'll be honest with you. All of us were
what?
close. All of us were close with Justin.
Yeah.
Like
You know what? Whatever. Fuck you. Um,
no, I'm just telling you the truth. We were all Justin did a great job. Anyway, he's coming later.
Let's wait for
um,
Justin up here.
no. I just think it goes in tandem with how the three of us were on the same page without speaking about it. Like the three. Yeah, I'm done.
Did everyone go for Ian? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm writing down my expenses for the month because I do that. I track myself. Anyway, 6th place is Madison.
I'm going last. You two take this one.
Go last for Madison.
No, fuck you. Fuck you. She's my showmance.
Jeez.
I'm going last. She's my
I
showmance.
make
I'm going
the
last.
executive decision that Jake does go last for this one. Jordan, you can go second.
Okay, I'll go first. I can go first, Jonathan. It's okay. So
I can go first and second if you both want to go last.
Yeah, no,
Madison
Jonathan, you can go first and second here, and then Jordan and I will go first and second at Final Tribal Council. It'll be great.
Okay,
I'm
so
so sorry. That was so mean. I'm so sorry.
no. So I love Madison. We started off together. She was my first one-on-one call, other than Trevor, Eric. But I was inebriated when he made this final 3 with me, and I didn't remember it. Sorry, that's embarrassing to say at 31 years old, but not the point. And I love Madison. We had a deep, great, good connection. We worked together. She's the one person I wanted to swap with 100%. Her and Trevor and Garrett, all of them. I'm like, 3 of them, if we can just get to swap together, we're gravy, baby. But then swap happened, and I knew she was closer to the people. I mean, she put on Topher's boot post something about how they were a duo. Like, we weren't wrong. And so that's what killed me is like I knew she was close to them. She knew, just like Jonathan, have to cast, which somewhat it's an advantage most of the time. And so it's like frustrating because I was like, I want to work with you, I want to shake you, but I know you don't want to work with me. At Final 7, I told her at Final 8, after I called her on the way home from Birmingham to Huntsville to Birmingham, and we talked almost the whole way, an hour and a half, and talked about what we could do in this game. At Final 6, I knew she had to go. Even if I voted with her, it would not have mattered because she was winning this game, hands down. I love Madison on a personal level. Love Madison. I wasn't in a showmance with her, but I definitely I love Madison. She's great. She's great. Fun, easy to talk to, personable, got along. We were very similar. Yeah, Madison has part of my heart. So.
I have to tell a little bit of a story. So yeah, I did know Madison going into this game.
What? You knew
Right.
someone? Oh
you
my
knew
god.
full cast. Go ahead.
No, Madison means a lot to me in this community. My 5th game. This is my 10th game. My 5th game. I made a horrible mistake. Did something awful in the game. And everybody on the cast either yelled at me, made me feel awful about it, or my close friends just let me know how disappointed they were in what happened. And then there was Madison. And this is how I know this is all right. Madison, she, like an hour after everything happened, she's like, I don't actually know what happened. I'm gonna go find out. He came up to me after and was like, Jonathan, this is the first moment I've said at this game, but this what happened tonight makes me want to play with you so bad. I'm so excited. This is finally our moment. I sat there just baffled because at that moment in the game, I was like, I'm done with the orgs forever. Um, I'm done. And Madison single-handedly like saved my passion for orgs just by like being so unexpected in that moment. And yeah, Madison means so much to me in this community. And I was really excited to see her on this cast. And yeah, then we didn't play together at all. we all culminating in that Topher and Madison throwing me under the bus triangle. But I like genuinely throw Madison into every game. Like if you have 14 more seasons of Triumph planned, throw Madison into 13 or 14 of them, and like you will get something unpredictable, something awesome every game for Madison. She's amazing. Yeah, just one of the best people in this community. I think everyone should go play Big Brother Disney. She hosts that game. Oh, yeah. I make a point every chance I get to tell people how amazing Madison is. So really glad I got to play another one of these with you, Madison. And I'm sorry we didn't get to actually play the game together a lot, aside from one round.
Oh boy. Okay. So, I did not know Madison coming into this game. And then I met her. And the moon turned blue. The stars turned green.
God.
No, this is 100% true, and you can ask Megan. The first call I had with Madison, I was blazed out of my mind, first of all. And I was just messaging my project. I am simping for this girl so hard. And the way me and her just were continuously like just I could watch that girl do anything for hours. It was insane. And Megan made fun of me for this so hard in my confessionals. And so Madison and I like made an agreement to watch each other's backs and we'd flirt with each other while doing it. And I'm an awkward little white boy who doesn't know how to do any flirting of any kind. And she's just this confident, strong, independent woman who has a Wikipedia article. If you guys don't know, she made it a point to tell me. I like how everyone just shakes their head like, yeah, Jake, we've been doing this. We've been know this. Keep up. But openly, I think Madison is not only just a great person, but an inspiration for people in this community. She literally set the record for most individual challenges won. And this is coming from a girl who literally said, oh, I suck in every challenge. Like, this will be the only time I win immunity. And I'm like, bitch, you won 4. Like, let me have 1. But no, I think she's just ultimately great, and I'm very much looking forward to talking to her again after this game. And if we get married, Jordan, you're my best man. And Jonathan, you're the flower girl.
Jake, fun fact, me and you and Madison won 8 of the individual immunities, out of which Destiny won 1, Ian won 1. But me and you and Madison took the rest of them. I don't know if you knew that, but I was like, damn.
I did, and I almost think it's more impressive. Jonathan, you won none, and you still were just vibing. I don't think I ever saw you nervous this entire game.
Oh, that was, yeah. But I'll talk about that tonight.
Awesome. So maybe Jake and Madison will get married one day. Who knows? But speaking of weddings, next up we have Quinn, 5th placer. Who wants to go first?
Jordan, you take the last one for this. Jordan, you take.
I'm already turning red. I got last.
You know, I didn't. Jonathan, I think this is one of the few people you didn't know coming into the game. I didn't know her either. Because if you tell me you knew this girl somehow, Jonathan, I'm gonna lose my shit. But Quinn deserved every praise and accolade she gets. I think a lot of people get overhyped or overrated. Quinn is not one of them in the slightest. This girl is beautiful inside and out, a literal heart of gold. And the way she was able to just figure out things in this game, this girl is going to be probably, if she continues with orgs, the most popular orger to ever play. I could see her being up there with like a Naomi or a Courtney who won season 1.
I have multiple times
Megan.
said that she's a new Courtney. I shit you not. So.
And she called the three of us out at multiple times to each other. Like, and it was beautiful. And I really do like Quinn. And there was part of her, like, I know she wanted, and she was pushing for the me, her, Justin final 3 at a few points. I'm sure you guys knew about that.
He didn't want me. He didn't. She wanted me out. She's been telling me she wanted me out. I knew she wanted me out near the end.
But the thing is, Quinn wins against probably anyone going into the merge.
All votes would go to Quinn.
If I was sitting next to Quinn, I would vote for Quinn. Like,
can I join the jury, please? Can I join the jury just to vote for her?
I mean, and Jordan, I can imagine this is one of the votes that was really difficult for you as well. One of the 3 you were talking about.
I've cried 3 times in this game, and that was one of the times. Like, I got off call, and it was just like, but I'll go into that in a little bit.
Yeah, it was very. Voting her out was hard. I think it was the right decision, but it was so difficult. Mm-hmm. Quinn, if you are seeing this, you're amazing, and I will be your loved one when you return for Triumph second chances as well. Or maybe Jordan could be your loved one, because you guys are married or whatever. Jonathan, all you.
So this vote was not hard for me.
What? You wanted Quinn out at final 10?
I wanted Quinn out. I think I wanted Quinn out since Final 7. Final 7 was I started pushing Quinn when you all started pushing Ian. I do want to say I did not know Quinn going into this game, and actually, like, my preference going into games like this is to always play with people I don't know. I was excited to play with both of you because I had never met you in games before. So naturally, one of my first reactions in this game was
Jonathan, I'm sorry. Gwen just texted me, "Good luck today." UIS just popped down and said, "Good luck today." Sorry, go ahead. I apologize. I just had to tell you that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
One of my first reactions in this game was, if I ever get out of Tribe with Quinn, I want to work with Quinn, because I knew Quinn was new to these games, or I'd heard that at some point. I want to say it was in your video. Same reaction I had with Justin. To be fair, Justin said it was his first game. I was like, I want to work with Justin. so like those two, I had very similar thoughts about it. Yeah, I think Quinn is amazing. One of the funniest moments for me was doing the cup stacking blindfolded challenge with Quinn, and then after the challenge, like I just botched it horribly. I was awful, and I lost one of my cups inside another cup somehow, and spent forever looking around my living room for it. She thought I was throwing the challenge, but I was not.
You did.
That's what I heard. And after the challenge, Quinn, like visibly a little bit frustrated, decides to let me know, like, I used to do cup stacking like competitions. And I was like, that's the most random thing. Like,
it's so cool.
I wish. I really like. I think Quinn's amazing. I think Quinn should play more of these games. She has such a sense of like figuring out the dynamics of a game, I think, and I think she will kill it in another game that she plays. I would not be surprised if she goes just as far or does better in a future game.
Quindon. So we connected well on the first tribe. I went and I said, I think it's on my project. She's a little cutie. And we were good. We were talking, vibing. I wanted to swap with her too. She was in the Sassy Six as well. Wanted to swap with her. We did not swap together. And then we got back together. And the first thing she says is, I trust you 100%. We were good on the Ritual Tribe. Here's what's going down. I told Destiny that. Everything she said, because Destiny was my number one. Quinn is the person I think that after that was like, he has to go. I'm pretty sure because that's my gut. After the Rachel vote, she and I got together. We talked for like 2.5 hours on call. I just told her everything. I was like, listen, this happened. And we had a lot of good personal conversations, long about life, about family. She's got 2 brothers. She lives in Pennsylvania. Yes, I'm terrible with cities, but she lives in Pennsylvania. I'm going to Delaware this summer, and she's like 5 hours away. So hopefully she's gonna meet Justin. Me and her and Justin are gonna hang out, hopefully. Jake,
I'm right next to you guys, you fucking twat. Like,
I don't know geography, to be honest. I couldn't tell you where Nebraska is, but that being said, who's from Nebraska? Same thing about Delaware. People always make fun of Delaware. But anyway, in all seriousness, she was my person. If she would have won immunity at Final 5 and she was at Final 4, I might have sent her to fire. I promise. Because my gut was like, this girl, I tried to save her because I was afraid that the last challenge was going to be endurance. And I was like, I think I can beat her in endurance and not stand with a cup for almost 4 hours against my hand against the wall. Screw both of you. Anyway, and I had a feeling it would be. Anyway, long story short.
we knew it would be.
I didn't know because sometimes there are like 2 or 3 puzzles. So y'all were trying to get rid of me at 4 then. Okay, I get you. Anyway, so I like, yeah, I love Quinn. She's my girl. Quindon was our name. The last vote that was read was our little showman's name. So when she got voted out.
Okay, first of all, I deserve credit for this.
You do. Megan was definitely in our chat, like hyping us up. We had so many things in common, like not like, oh, I like to put color green. Oh my God, me too. Like it was like real life things in common. So yeah, love Quinn.
Yeah, so I just want to say, when we made the cast, I put everyone's pictures together to see how the cast would fit together. And Jordan and Quinn both had dogs in their pictures that I stole from your guys' Facebook. So I put them next to each other and I said, I don't know either of them before this game, but I think they're going to be a showmans. They're going to get married. I am manifesting this. So, it's like the Sagittarius thing. I just knew.
What about Jonathan and I? Who'd you pair us with?
Nobody. I didn't imagine y'all to be showmans people. But the second I saw Jordan and Quinn, I was like, they're gonna get in a fucking showmans. I was like, I'm gonna play matchmaker. But anyway.
Well, you didn't even have to, and we just did.
I know. It's because I was willing it.
No, Jonathan, I don't know if you know this, and Jordan, totally throwing you under the bus for a second. Maybe it was it half an hour before Tribal? We got off a call. And you were like, okay, but what if we just voted out Justin here? And I was like, no, I don't want to scramble. It's too late. And you're like, it's not scrambling. It's just 5. And
sorry.
And I'm just like, no. So yes, I do think Jordan very much cared for Quinn. And that's why she had to go. Like, I'm sorry.
No, you're not wrong. She would have won the game. But no, it is not scrambling when you have 5 people left.
Yeah, well, you know what, Jordan? I was just telling you whatever the fuck I could, honestly.
I know. I was so annoyed with both of you because I think y'all were just like, you're not getting your way. And it wasn't even that. It was like, it was an endurance challenge. And I was like, screw both of them. And neither of them are going to win this now. What happened? And now I'm gonna have to I'm fighting for my life because I knew if he won, y'all probably vote me out. And I was
I mean, I'll tell you both, and I'm so sorry to say this because I'll tell you both to your faces what I would have done. Justin was voting Jordan. Jonathan, if I'm aware, I could be correct. I thought you would vote Jordan. And I was gonna vote for you, Jonathan, and send
I was voting
for
you, Jonathan. I 100% was voting Jonathan if Justin won.
I mainly because I thought I think both of you would be very deserving winners. It would be very difficult to choose, so I thought, have them like punch each other in the face over and over again for it. But yeah, no, that was like, yes, there was the real possibility of it being an endurance competition, and we knew that going into it. Megan told us the final challenge is how bad do you want it, and the reason I can speak for myself is one, because Jonathan had been asking for so long, and I felt like I was saying no and being a bad ally like over and over again. But two, because I did think there was that possibility that, say, Jordan, you win immunity like you do, it goes 2-2 fire between either me and Quinn or Jonathan and Quinn. Um, and that was a huge fear of mine. So I hope you know that wasn't like a personal dig towards you voting Quinn out.
Oh no,
Jordan.
she had to go. She had to go.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't disagree. Like, I didn't take it personally. I agreed with the decision. I just didn't want to. I think it was the right thing. Anyway, Quinn's great. We can move on though. But yeah, I started blushing as soon as Megan said it. My face like got as red as my shirt. Dang on it. But let's go.
Okay, last one we have here is fourth placer, Fallen Angel. Made me crack up at the first ever tribal council. Justin, go ahead.
We all felt close to him, so who's gonna take this one? I'll just go first. I really have a heart for that dude. He is one of the nicest people I've ever met in this game. He could tell me that the sky's purple and I would believe him. Everything he said to me, I was like, oh my gosh, I bought it, sold it, wrapped it up. Didn't matter what it was. He could put a turd in a log and then covered it in chocolate and I would have ate it. Like, I love that dude. That was a bad analogy, Jake. Stop. But that's my friend. That's my friend. I really, really genuinely hope to continue a relationship with him after this game. He has a heart of gold. Yeah, we had a good working relationship until the Rachel vote. Of course, we then rekindled. He told me some things that nobody knew, because then I told Jonathan and Jonathan didn't know. I was like, oh, so he really distrusts me. So I stopped telling things that Justin said at that moment because I knew he actually distrusts me. So anyway, yeah, love John, love. There's too many J's. Love Justin.
I can go next. There's not many people I've played these games with who I would willingly bring to the end, even though they're likely to beat me in the game. Like one of those people would be Sam on Prod. I almost brought, like, if I had a chance, I would have brought him to the end, only for him to absolutely destroy me in this game. There's a couple other people as well. One of these people in my mind is Justin. And most games I played, I probably would have brought Justin to the end to absolutely destroy me. And I would have like fought hard for it to take it from him. But like sometimes you play with people that you care about so much that you want to see success for them too. And Justin is one of those people for me, 100%. Unfortunately for him, this is the game where I was like, I want to win. And I was like, see you, Justin. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so Justin's just one of my favorite people on the planet. I'm definitely going to be cheering him on every game I see him play. I'm really excited to see him play another one of these because I think he will. And after he told me he needs at least a month of rest. Oh yeah. The thing about Justin is he just had a way of always appearing really calm, and I think like people are in these games, people are attracted to people who are calm in these games a lot of the time, and I was not surprised that everybody feels really close with Justin because Justin just gave that really calm presence that people want to work with. So no, I don't know. He's really funny. I'm not surprised that you're all going to go visit him. I wish I lived closer so I could come join that.
Passport.
I need to get a passport.
I've been telling you all game. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm really excited that Justin's going to have 2 votes at the end of this thing. I think he's the one who deserves that opportunity the most. So, yeah, nothing but good things to say about Justin. I'm really excited to chat with him after this game is over.
So, Justin, one of my favorite things or funniest things about Justin was I had no idea he was playing until day 3. I thought he was on the prod team, so I didn't have a chat with him. I did not speak to him. I just forgot. And from the first conversation, I was like, this is gonna be my guy. This is gonna be my guy in this game. And we were on the same page every round except for the Rachel vote, obviously. He filled me in multiple times when he wasn't supposed to, and much deeper than this game, we formed like a genuine friendship. Like I said in my prod chat, I don't have a closest ally in this game, but I have a best friend, and his name is Justin.
Sweet.
And I cried 2 times in this game. The first was voting out Madison, and that was like a couple tears. I sobbed when I voted out Justin. I don't know if you remember when you guys were talking and saying goodbyes. I like tried to speed it up because I was very emotional. And saying goodbyes not after he voted out, but before we even casted votes. And I told him straight up I was gonna vote him, and he gave this very long pitch to you, Jonathan, about why I should go. What you don't know is I helped him write that because I wanted to give him that chance. I just talked to him back and forth. I didn't preach my game, but he asked me questions, and I told him go for it. That's how good of a person he was. And similar to you, Jonathan, a lot of times I bring people to the end if I have that opportunity that I just like, and even if they're gonna beat me, that's what I did in the live game I played. And I was the fallen angel. I was in a very similar spot to that, and if I didn't come in with a mission of do or die, I'm pretty sure Justin would probably be sitting here, and it kills me because I hope he's not mad. Um, I still am in me and Justin's duo chat. He's not, but it's just me, Megan, and Sam, and I talk in it every day, and I just update it a few times a day, because that's what we would do, is we would just talk. And most of the time it wouldn't even be about game. It would just be about dumb shit. Like he just kept me company while I cleaned the floor after my basement flooded. He was there when I was struggling. He's just an overall good guy, and I have serious imposter syndrome being here instead of him. But that's a conversation for another day. Yeah, Justin, I think I can say from all 3 of us, we love you so much. You are just as deserving as a winner as any of us will end up being. Thank you for being a part of Triumph, and thank you for being a part of our J family.
Jake, I have a confession. I almost sent you to fire with him. I was very close to sending you to fire because I felt like I didn't have a shot. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm just gonna fucking kick your ass next time I see you.
Listen,
I'm gonna just spank you. I'm gonna spank you so hard you'll end up in Tallahassee.
Because what you're saying is exactly why I almost did it. Because I had the same emotion, and I almost sent him to fire because I knew you could beat him in a puzzle, and I knew you'd win. But also, I was like, that's just gonna amp up Jake's game in the end. And it looks like he went to fire and he just beat somebody because I knew you would beat him in a puzzle, based on the whole entire season and his track record. But he did hold a cup on a wall forever. I was like, of course.
Hey Megan, what is the Final Four tie breaking challenge?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know we didn't have one. And I know that we came up with one because we thought it could happen this season potentially, depending on how things went. But I don't remember what we came up with. So I'm so sorry. But yeah.
Was it a puzzle?
I don't fucking remember what it was. It was, maybe we didn't even come up with one. I don't know. It wasn't puzzles. No, because we had already planned that for your reward challenge. So
Dickweed.
I do know what it was, but I'm gonna say the same thing I said to the person who told me that I'm not saying a word because I want it to be a surprise for next season if it happens.
What?
DM me and tell me who told you, and also tell me what it was because I don't remember.
How do you know? How do you know and we don't? That's not fair.
Did a prod member say that?
It was probably in the final 3 or something.
It was after. It was after. It was not possible anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, but you have to tell us that's not fair. If you know.
I don't care.
Well, you guys can
Yeah.
talk about it off the recording. But anyway, for
Okay.
Rites of
I don't
Passage,
care.
No.
was there anything else that you guys wanted to say to reflect on anyone you played with or anything about the season that you want to reflect on before we start?
Melissa, I'm gonna win this game tonight. I'm gonna beat these 2 fucking assholes. Jonathan, more like Smonathan. Jordan, more like whore man. Like I'm about to win this goddamn season for you, Melissa. Or I'm gonna get like 3rd with 0 votes, but like we're not gonna talk about that possibility. All right, let's go. I'm so tired.
For Trevor and Gary, right? I told them if I got this, and I was gonna win this for. I'm really glad to sit with both of you. It's been if this was an actual season of Survivor, and I've said this for about 2 weeks, this would be an incredible season. But yes, I'm so excited to sit next to you with you gentlemen, and we all did a feat for the first time, and I think we all had very different relationships with each other and people on the jury as well. So I'm very, very accurate, and we have our own champions in there that are probably fighting for us or not fighting for us. So
in a serious moment, ignoring the screwing off, I am so privileged and honored to be with both of you. Thank you for saving me in the final 4. Jonathan, you were my first call this game. I don't know if I was your first call, but you were mine. And from that 1 hour we spoke, I was like, I get a good feeling. I think I could go far. I don't know how far. Never would have anticipated final 3 though. And Jordan, the name of this season is Love and Peace. I think it's about us, honestly, because I was not happy to see you. I don't think you were happy to see me. And we ended up on a tribe together. It took us a couple days to speak to each other. Like, we talked a little in the main chat and, like, responded to each other's messages. And when that happened, and I think you just react to something I said, I knew I was like, I'm going to try. And I can't lie, I was really scared to talk to you. But after that first conversation, I was like, okay, I think this can be okay. And we could have been a Christian in Destiny, but instead, we were us, and we created our own path in the sand. And I think it was really cool, a little inspiring, and I'm truly privileged to be here with you.
You too.
And production, you're cool. Megan kind of clutched up and did so much this season, and Megan, you are so appreciated.
She ran this.
You said this season, bitch. This is every season.
I wasn't involved in the last couple seasons, so I don't know. But Megan and Sam were so active throughout everything. And thank you for making it possible.
Yep. I appreciate all of y'all as well. I especially got closer to you and Sam throughout this, Megan. And I'm excited to be friends with y'all in the future. And I hope we continue to all talk. But yes, what Jake said reiterated, hey, sissy. Sorry, go ahead. That was not towards anybody. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you guys so much for doing Rites of Passage. And you have about 3 hours left to prepare yourselves for finale. So tonight, before the end of the night, we will have our winner and I wish you all the best of luck.
I have to go write a speech.